All right, last night, Michael Avenatti was arrested on suspicion of domestic abuse charges. It didn't take long for Hollywood liberals like Alyssa Milano to disavow him. And the View co-hosts, well, today, suddenly are fans of due process. Where did all this come from?
It was very upsetting to hear this, very disappointing. If it proves to be true, I will disavow him. I think he should take a polygraph test. Just to clear the air. I think that would help him. Yeah. And then we'll see what happens.
What drives me crazy is the hypocrisy in these moments when it's who you like that you want to believe. And I think if you believe in due process with Kavanaugh, you should also believe in due process with Michael Avenatti.
We don't know a lot. We don't know who the alleged victim is. But if true, I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed. And I agree with you. We would have to disavow him.
Media has such a different tone, especially compared to the way they treated Brett Kavanaugh. Joining us now, Washington Times columnist Monica Crowley, former White House press secretary Ari Fleischer. Ari, I'm not a registered Republican. I'm a registered conservative. Republicans screw things up a lot. They really do. And one of the things I gave them credit for, they handled the Kavanaugh case with the seriousness it deserved. I think they did it right. And they had the hearings. They went through the evidence. Now we have a point where Avenatti, Julie Swetnick, they're now being investigated. I believe in the presumption of innocence and due process. Avenatti did not. Yep. Now you see the media tone change. Reaction.
Look, number one, I take no joy in this. Anytime somebody is arrested and might go to prison, nobody should celebrate this.
I agree.
But due process and you're innocent until proven guilty can never be slogans in America. They must be real. They must be the way our justice system is built on and that we all respect. Michael Avenatti had no respect for either, for innocent until proven guilty or due process. And that's what he tried to do to Brett Kavanaugh. Now it's come full circle, and now he has to deal with it. He's lucky that because of people like Brett Kavanaugh who believe in the Constitution, he will have his due process and his day in court.
The one report in TMZ that could be problematic if that turns out to be true is apparently when he ran in, and this is the day after, and the words "she hit me first." If that came out and that's true, Monica, that's problematic. In my mind, that would be problematic for anybody.
Is that his defense? Well, she hit me first. I mean, it's not.
Well, no,
he
says he didn't do any of it. To be fair to him,
right? Look, all of these Hollywood liberals and others who embrace Michael Avenatti as some sort of hero of the resistance, they're all learning right now that you live by the Avenatti and you die by the Avenatti. Okay, he will have his say. He will have his day in court. He will have his own legal representation as he's entitled to. It's very ironic that he was first in line trying to deny that to Brett Kavanaugh. And by the way, President Trump as well with his representation of Stormy Daniels. A lot of these women who just blindly embrace this guy without looking into his background. I mean, he's going through a very messy divorce. His ex-wife had a sworn statement in those proceedings where she claimed that he emotionally abused her. So there may or may not be a pattern of behavior here with Mr. Avenatti. But the fact that the left just blindly raced to embrace him only because he opposed President Trump and was trying to lead the charge to take on cases to try to destroy him is despicable.
On MSNBC and CNN, 108 and 200 total, or whatever the number is, but on those two channels in particular, over 100. What about, Ari, when these issues come up, they don't know any of the facts, they know an allegation's been made, no corroboration, and then when you get deeper into it, like in the case of Professor Ford, it finds out she identified an eyewitness to the incident who said it didn't happen in that case. Swetnick's allegation was so over the top from the get-go, and then she changed her story. But when people say, I believe her, without knowing anything about the case, what does that mean? Because that happens a lot now. I believe. Women have a right to be believed. I think when serious allegations are made, we need to take them seriously.
And the women who made the allegations against Bill Clinton are still largely not believed by those on the left. Look, it's a terrible hypocrisy. If the person is a woman who is attacking or saying that a Republican did something wrong, immoral, the entire left says women are made to be should be believed right from the start. No investigation necessary. I believe. Yet now they're all pausing. It should be one constant standard. It should be the Republican standard. It should be the due process standard. It should be the innocent until proven guilty standard for one and for all, regardless of ideology. That's what Brett Kavanaugh proved at his hearings. The left needs to stop this. I believe anybody if they attack Republicans. Let's just have due process.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be political. These issues are too serious. These charges are too serious. The issue is too serious. Nobody wants anybody that abuses women to get away with it. Nobody, no person with a conscience or a soul. Monica, what about the I believe before we know anything?
Yeah, you know, I think we're starting to see a turning of this. You know, the Me Too movement started out with very noble purpose. It's been weaponized. We saw that with the Kavanaugh hearings. And now I think with the Avenatti case, we might have a tipping back to the idea that justice should be blind and equally applied. I hope so.
All right. Ari, good to see you. And Monica, good to see you. Thank you both. Thanks.